Hi there, it's a look back at the week's sporting news on our midweek highlight show on Hoohaa.my, and I'm Patrick from the stadium. This week we'll look at some football results, golf, plus a bizarre basketball shot, so stay on to watch it at the end of the show. But we begin with the inaugural South Korean Formula 1 Grand Prix. Before the race, this was what the standings looked like. Red Bull's Mark Webber had a 14-point lead over the drivers in joint second, Ferrari's Fernando Alonso and teammate Sebastian Vettel, with Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button from McLaren still in with a shot, albeit a long shot. Back to Korea, it was the newest track on the calendar. The crowds packed the stands, but when the heavens opened, the rain just didn't stop pouring. That resulted in the start of the race being delayed, and when things got underway, the race began behind the safety car. The top 4 drivers in the championship standing occupied the first 4 spots on the grid. Not that it mattered until the safety car pitted and the drivers were let loose on the slippery circuit. That saw Webber crashing against the barriers, while pole setter Vettel had an engine meltdown. Bad day at the office for the Red Bull boys. Alonso did what any championship contender would do. He seized the opportunity and the checkered flag. The two-time world champion now leads the standings with an 11-point advantage. Webber remains on 220 points, while Lewis Hamilton, who finished second in Korea, moves up to third and is in striking distance of Webber's second spot. Vettel slips to 4th, no movement for Jenson Button, who is in 5th, and for Ferrari's forgotten man Felipe Massa, who claimed the final podium spot on the weekend, and he is in 6th. The next venue takes us to Sao Paulo, Brazil for the penultimate race of the season, where most pundits say that this year's title won't be decided there and probably will go all the way to the final lap of the last race of the season. That's at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi mid-November. Moving on to football, the Malaysian Cup competition will come to a conclusion this weekend, thus ending Malaysia's unusually long football season. Booking their ticket to the National Stadium this Saturday, as I predicted on last week's show, is a repeat of last year's finale where Negeri Sembilan will meet Kelantan. In the semi-final, Negeri came away with a 2-1 aggregate win over club side Johor FC in a match that had some questionable refereeing decisions. In the other semi-final, Kedah failed to take advantage of their first leg home tie and lost to a solitary goal in Kota Baru. So, this Saturday's final will see Kelantan's second shot at capturing their first Malaysia Cup title. But they'll be without coach Satyanathan by their side, as he serves a 6-month ban posed by the FAM for an offence he committed last season. Strange for them to impose the suspension at this point of the season, but I still pick Kelantan for the trophy. Well, we'll see what happens this Saturday. Next, the English Premier League. Liverpool finally won, but all the action was at the top half of the table. At the very top, in fact. With wins for Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal, this is how the top of the table looks like. Chelsea's hard-earned win at home over Wolves keeps them well ahead of the pack. Manchester United did get a scare when Stoke equalised in the second half, but managed to get the decisive goal for a 2-1 win. Arsenal's 3-0 drubbing of 10-man Man City away from home was a vital result that sees them behind Chelsea by 5 points, but level with United and City. Tottenham and West Brom are tied on 15 points as Sunderland, Bolton, Newcastle and Aston Villa make up the top 10 this week. To the bottom half, Everton's draw with Spurs, Birmingham's win over Blackpool, Stoke's loss to Man United and Wigan's draw with Bolton sees them all tied on 10 points, while Liverpool's rare win still keeps them in the bottom 3. The ones to watch this week is the Midlands derby between Aston Villa and Birmingham, always a very cagey affair, plus the North East derby between Newcastle and Sunderland. And let's not forget that Manchester United-Tottenham fixture on Saturday. Next we move to the Italian Serie A, where Lazio continue to reign at the top after a 2-1 home win against Cagliari and are still unbeaten at home. Also with no home losses are AC Milan and neighbours Inter. AC beat Napoli away on Monday night, while Inter were held to a 1-1 draw by Sampdoria. Chievo leapt from 8th to 4th after a 2-1 win over Cesena, as Juventus were held to a draw at home and Palermo suffered an away loss. This weekend's pick from the Serie A would be the fixture between AC Milan and Juventus on Saturday. Now, a quick pit stop to see what happened in the German Bundesliga. This season is certainly looking to be an interesting one as Mainz regained the lead after an away win at Bayer Leverkusen. Borussia Dortmund slipped to second after they were held to a scoreless draw at home by Hoffenheim. Hanover were the big movers from 7th to 3rd this week thanks to a home win over Cologne, and Bayern Munich failed to find the back of the net as they played to a scoreless draw away at Hamburg. That sees the German Giants out of the top 10 this week. This weekend is going to determine who reigns supreme in the Bundesliga as first and second prepare to battle it out. It's Mainz versus Borussia Dortmund on Sunday. Our final football stop is the Spanish Primera Liga. It is very close at the top after wins for the top three. Real Madrid ran riot with a 6-1 win over Racing Santander. Cristiano Ronaldo bagged 4 goals in that one, while Villarreal notched a home win over Atletico Madrid. Barcelona were 2-0 winners away at Zaragoza, Lionel Messi netting both the goals for the Catalans. And there's also a battle brewing for that 4th Champions League spot between Valencia, Espanyol, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid and Getafe. Both Barca and Real Madrid have a tricky fixture this weekend. Barca hosts Sevilla, while Madrid travel to the home of the giant killers, Hercules. On to some other news. 30-year-old Jimin Kang. Not sure whether female athletes like their age to be disclosed, but the South Korean won the inaugural CIMB derby LPGA Malaysia on Sunday. She finished off the tournament with 3 birdies in the last 4 holes and won it by a shot. This is only Jimin's 2nd title on the tour, and she also picked up a check for $270,000. Nice one there. And after one golf tournament, fans will get to witness another event, the $6 million CIMB Asia Pacific Classic, the first PGA sanctioned tournament to be held in Southeast Asia. Sadly, the big names have shied away, but fans can be contented with the likes of Ernie Els, Retief Goosen, KJ Choi, along with Ryder Cup stars Luke Donald and Ricky Fowler, who are among the 25 from the PGA Tour who will be here. The Asia Pacific Classic will be held at the Mines Resort and Country Club. And to end this week's highlights, take a look at this college basketball game between Guildford College and the home team, Randolph-Macon. The score was tied at 88 all with 30-odd seconds left. Randolph-Macon has had 2 free throws. They make one, giving them a 1-point lead. Then came the throw from the baseline. That video is my parting shot for this week's edition. Thanks for logging on, and until next time, you stay safe and be good too.